On his own private mountaintop heliport.
Luxury isn't cheap. Ferraris, paintings, and mansions often have justified price tags. But when it comes to wristwatches, most people are very quick to call them too expensive or overpriced. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why are watches so expensive? And are they really overpriced? Watches are by no means a simple product to manufacture. Most people neglect the man-hours, research, and development. And tactile additions that go into manufacturing a luxury vehicle also apply to something small and wearable like a luxury watch. The extreme attention to detail paid to every facet of production is often what defines a luxury item. Whereas these days, we've placed more emphasis on speed and efficiency in many things. Prestige watch companies continue to rely on steady hands of artisans who have had to train for almost a decade before they can start producing items.
My name is Cameron Weiss, and I'm the founder of Weiss Watch Company. Americans were responsible for the industrialization of watchmaking. The development of the machines to make watches with repeatability and precision in such large numbers. Our field watch stands apart because it was truly built to be worn every day. Our latest field watch now comes with a hand-painted dial, just in the same way that dials were painted in the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. We have an open case back with a sapphire crystal, so you're able to actually see the amount of detail that goes into every piece.
Consider this Black Pen 1735 Grand Complication, which boasts 740 handmade parts. Then consider that Germany's Alonga & Sona has 70 employees in its finish department alone, where they handle more rudimentary aspects such as chamfering, graining, and polishing.
We're at 52,000 right now.
Alright, so it'll be 52,000 flat.
Alright.
You can maybe do 50?
When you make your first big watch purchase, understand that you're not only buying brand prestige, but also the millions of hours of work that go into crafting a range of items, some of which may never even hit the marketplace. That's not to say ridiculous markups don't play a role. When Apple announced its Apple Watch in 2015, it was revealed that the cost to manufacture the product was $81.20, making it the least expensive Apple product when compared with retail price $349. In other words, it had the highest markup of any Apple product to date. When Rolex put its Daytona back on the market in 1991, after 3 years of having none for sale, the waiting list grew 6 years for those seeking to add one to their collection. Needless to say, premium watch brands rely on ensuring supply never meets demand. This isn't only because the more intricate the item, the longer it takes to make, but also because it adds to the idea that a person is making a luxury purchase.
What was the watch that made you serious about collecting watches?
I mean, once I got bit by the bug, the first like quote unquote nice watch that I had was my Datejust 116234, and then after that I got the GMT Master 1675. So I mean, if you're a watch person there, you know that like once you go down that hole, like there's no stopping. So like many people, when I was thinking about buying my first like nice legit watch, Rolex was at the top of the list. This was, a few years ago. My watch knowledge at the time was extremely limited. Rolex is the brand that most of us know and think of as this aspirational thing. It's the picture of luxury. Why buy a Rolex? Why not? First and foremost, to celebrate some sort of milestone, either in your professional or personal life.
Taking all of the above into account, many watches can be considered Breitling goods. These are products whose demand increases as the price increases, completely contradicting the standard interpretation of supply and demand. The term itself was coined by Thorsten Veblen, a renowned American economist who theorized that the leisure class purchased certain items simply because they were expensive to produce.
If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs $18 million.
Consider huge interest in cryptocurrency back in 2010.
Why Bitcoin is the most important invention since the internet.
Bitcoin is way better than gold in many ways.
And this is the genius of Bitcoin. What is it?
It's a bank account that stores magic internet money that comes from the central bank of the internet.
Most people jumped in with both feet because they were actually enticed by how unobtainable Bitcoin had become. It should have been a deterrent, but it actually brought more people on board. But in the case of luxury watches, heritage manufacturers aren't selling you on the promise of what their products could become. Rather, they're toting products crafted through rigorous care and ingenuity that speaks to the power and prestige of right now.